Now, once you do that, this particular screen will come. Now I'm clicking on sign in. Remember that here in the sign in option, since I have assigned you now the educational licenses, do not choose any option from this side. Choose this particular option, login with school account, because now you have got an educational Adobe Spark license on your mail. So click on this login with school account and then click on continue. Now, if you have already activated your account, you must have set a password for that. If you have not done so far, please do it after the session and then enter that particular password here and click on continue. I'm again repeating, just sign in into the ID that you have given me. I have assigned you on that ID the school license. So do use that only. Do not sign in with Gmail or Facebook. Otherwise, you will not get the Spark Premium license, which is for the teachers and students. Now, this is the screen where you will come up. Shumaila ma'am, is the process clear so far?
Yes, yes, we've understood.
Okay. Now here you have to, this particular tool can be used to for majorly three things. One is a web page. You can create a web page. You can create a graphic or you can create a video. So the three strengths of the software is it provides you template for web page, a graphic and a video. So I'm going to make one by one sample for you to see how it goes. So click on create a project. It says make a flyer, make a web page, make a video, make a branded graphic, customize size graphics. So basically these are all options of graphics. But if I broadly categorize it into what kind of things you can do with Spark, that's three major things: creating web pages, videos and graphics. So I'm going to first show you about flyer. Flyer is basically a one pager graphics which you can create. So when you click on flyer, it is taking you to a particular blank page. Now, either you start fresh using this blank page, or you have option to choose from any one of these templates. Now, if I want to start fresh, I have this plus sign to add various things: text, photo, icon, logo. What I would prefer is I can take a pre-designed template and I can then tweak with it. That will be much more easier for me. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take, let's say, a particular template from here. So, okay, let me take this if I'm creating an invite for a workshop. So now this shows me this option, create from this template. I click on create and I'm going to now use this template for my flyer and I will do changes in this particular template. Whatever I want to retain from here, I can do that. Whatever I want to remove, I am free to do that. So suppose it is creative writing workshop, but I don't want to have it creative writing workshop. So I'm going to change this particular uh, term. So instead of creative writing workshop, let creative be there. So instead of writing, let's say I'm going to change W to designing. So I want to have designing, creative designing workshop. So I can bring my D little down or this side of creative. And then I can double click here. Designing, I already have D. So maybe I say designing. Now, workshop W was common earlier. So that's why it was suiting. So I have removed it. So I just have designing here and I will take it little. So I will now want to add workshop word at the bottom in my own style. So I am taking this plus sign and I'm going to text. And then let's say I want to write workshop in this style. So I select this one and double click. And then I double click here and I can change this one to workshop. And I say done. So this is creative designing workshop. I have set this one. Now this particular image, I can either delete it by pressing the delete button, or I have the option to replace it or duplicate it. So if I do not need, I can delete it, but I definitely need an icon over here. So I can click on a plus sign and I can go to icon or logo. So let's say I take a icon, and here I am saying, let's say design, because it is designing workshop. So I've just written here design and I press enter. Now I've got various options for designing. So let's say I want to take this one. So I double click on it. It comes here. I can now fix up its size. I can bring it here. I can rotate it the way I want. Now I can change its color and all also. So first I fix up its place, and then let's say with this particular theme, this color matches. So I have taken this color in place here. Now this is summer section. So I can gradually go to one by one wherever I want. So let's say this particular summer session, and I want to give it on, or maybe say from 1st May to 1st June. And I say done. So this I'm done with. Now, however, we are following a template, still we have the liberty to change whatever we want. Say, for example, I'm not writing this text style. So I can go to type. I can change the font here. I can take a font of my choice. Whatever I feel will look better. I think this looks better. Then I also have the liberty to change, make the color little bolder, increase the text size. So this, if I use this, it will increase the size. If I use letter spacing will be little more. If I want to, change its color entirely, I have some text effects here. So I can apply any text effect. I can have shadows and text effects. These are styles. So this is style wheel. If I apply this particular style wheel, it will show me some of the interesting styles. I can keep rotating it. And if suppose you feel your previous style was better, you always have this option to undo. And then you can keep pressing undo and you can go back to your first slide. I think now this is done with whatever I wanted to do. So once you feel your poster is ready to be shared with people and it's done. So if you do not want it to be downloaded to your system, so please, I repeat this. If I don't want this to be downloaded to my system, it should be on Adobe Cloud. So with your license, you have got a space of 2 GB. So your work up to 2 GB, you can save in your cloud account itself. Then there is no need to download. Just click on share and first you publish it. Once it is published on the Adobe Cloud, so then you will get a link to share it on Facebook, Twitter, Classroom. If suppose I want to share it on a WhatsApp group. So I go to link, it will create a link for me, which I can copy, paste and share it on any social media platform. I want to pause here and ask anyone, any query so far? Anyone in the room, please, if you have any query, unmute yourself and ask. Here you have these publish options. So in publish options, you can put it as like designing workshop invite. So I can say here designing workshop invite. And then I can pick a category. Maybe if it's an educational flyer or a lifestyle one or business purpose, I can set up the category. Why these things are important? If your flyer is published, it means it's on a public Adobe Cloud. So if people are searching for interesting flyers for workshop, so it may happen if your flyer is very nice, Adobe may consider it as a template to be put up in the Adobe gallery, but they will do notify you that they like this flyer of yours and it be used as a template for others to use. So then you can, it says your project may be featured on Adobe Spark website. If you do not want to do that, you can switch off, then you lose that opportunity for the team to contact you and for it to be featured on Adobe Spark website. If you are interested that your work should be shared with others and they should be taking it as a template as you are taking someone else's work as template, please do keep this option on. So for the time being, I'm keeping it off because I haven't done much of designing. I have left this particular portion, which is of somebody else. So I'm just saying update link. So it is now updating the link as per my requirements, and I'm copying it. And now I am free to share it wherever I want. So I can post it up on a WhatsApp group, or I can send on mail. I can even, paste it in Teams chat window for you all to see. So I'm just closing it. Another option, if you do not want to share and you want to use it offline and then share, then download. So this is another option. You want to download it, then you can select the file format, PNG, JPG, PDF. When you select JPG and click on start to download, in PNG, it asks you whether you want with transparent background or solid color. In JPG, it will download it and the file will show up as it is, the way you had designed it. But in PNG, it will ask you whether you want a transparent file, then the background color will be removed. And you also have an option to download it as PDF. So I have told you both the versions, either online or offline. So I repeat what I have explained so far. Now, what happens to this particular poster? Whatever you are creating here, it's auto saved and it's going to your My Post folder. So if you go to your My Post folder, it is automatically saved. So you can click here on the home icon and it will save your post and it will come back to the home screen. And this particular image will be added into your project folder and it will show up here as your recent project. So this is the recent project which we have done. We can further modify it any day. Say I was sharing this particular image in the WhatsApp groups for my classes. So this I have designed here only in Adobe Spark. Now suppose the classes are going on and I feel now this color is not looking good and I want to change it. So any day you can come back and you can modify your project. You can change your project. So you can undo the settings if you don't like. So all these things are possible. Any project which is saved can be later opened and modified. So you can share it with people for their opinions. And if you get some feedback, you can come back and you can always modify your project. So I worked on this last, so it is coming here as the last one. I want to re-emphasize that when you select from here, create a flyer, you are being taken to a blank page. There you have a choice. So you have a choice after reaching to a blank page, either to start from scratch, add everything on your own. So you add a photo on your own, you add a text on your own, you add an icon, you add a logo. So everything you can bring on your own, and this is the space where you can design as per your creativity. Another option is take a ready-made template, choose create from template, and then whatever you want to scrap from it, just delete it. Where you want to add anything, choose add option and add. You can tweak with fonts, you can tweak with colors, you can tweak with anything what you want. So suppose, for example, this thing I was showing you, this style wheel is very interesting. So you have this particular wheel where you can keep rotating it and it will show you different variations, that this may look better on this background or that may look. So you can actually keep rotating this wheel and every time it will give you a new option. So you can choose an option from here. I was feeling this text was not readable, so now I set it up with this particular wheel. Okay, so I have spoken so much. Now I want to take a pause and ask a few of you. Zubair sir, you joined a little late. Are you comfortable with what we are discussing? You can unmute yourself, sir. Salahuddin sir, would you like to say something? Is it clear so far?
Yeah, ma'am, it is very much clear. Just wanted to know, say,
Yes,
if we can create a GIF sort of flyer, a flyer which has, background changing effects or maybe any other effects.
sir,
Just
I'm
wanted
coming
to
to
know.
that. I'm coming to
Yeah,
that.
sure.
That will be done through video option. This is about still
Sure.
graphics and all.
Okay,
Prakash
okay,
sir,
okay.
any query from your side?
And one more, how to create a background-less logo, or if it is possible in this one.
Transparent image.
Transparent
So,
image, yeah, correct.
sir, what I have done is I'll just come back to your question. So I'll come back to this particular screen. Say for example, here there is something, as we were seeing, that there is this option logo. So I have set up now from where these logo files came. We have to first set it up in the logo category. You can either add a new one. So I can add a logo also. See this option, there is this option called branding. So from there, for example, I show you here, there is something called brands. So in the brands, you have to set up your logos here. Whatever brand logos you set up over here, those logos will be available there to choose from. So I have set up this logo. So when you set up over here, then only you have to ensure that you put a PNG which has a transparent background. But this particular software doesn't provide you an option to remove the image background. You have to bring, you can do that in PowerPoint. You can remove background, save the image over there and bring it here. So that has to be done with a third-party software, or you upload before on hand a transparent PNG. So first of all, your brand has to be, logo has to be created from here, and then you can use it in your projects as a logo. So it says upload your logo. So it has to be done from here. Say, let's try what you said. Maybe we'll get an option for transparent something. If I have a logo here, I don't know what file is this, but I'm just trying. Okay. So no, I do not have a change option. So this is asking me to set up a logo. So I have set this up. And now when I go to my projects, so I go to Sonia's homepage. Now I go to my recent project. It takes some time. I'm not sure whether it will come directly, because whatever you send as your background, it takes little time for your brand logo to update it in the gallery. So I'm just seeing if it comes, what I added just now. No, it has not come. So it takes time to set up the brand logo. Then it will come after a while here. So I tried 2, 3. So I tried this one as brand logo. So this particular logo will come. So this is one logo which I tried setting up, but it has to be first set up there. Coming to the next project option. So I am going to second kind of creation that you can do. So the second type of option other than flyer is web page. So we are going to create a web page. Here, basically, you do not have pre-designed templates like things. You have to build it on your own, but you will get supported material to build your web page. Let's say I add this title of this web page as E4@Sundays. So add a subtitle, Sunday series for EdTalk. And then I have this option. Now, using this plus option, I can set up photo, text, button, video. So I can take the help of these tools. Now, please see, when I click on scroll my screen, I have this plus button, then everything will go at the bottom. But if I want a background picture, then I have to be here and select this option without further scrolling it down. So I click on photo, and I can either find free photos or I can upload it from my system. So suppose I upload it from my system and I take an image from here. So let's say this particular image is coming in the background. Now I have more options. It says scroll to start writing your story. What do I want next? So suppose if I want next here, type text. So this, we can, say that here, this, or we are writing that this page is set up for learning sharing. So whatever you want to write, you can write down that. And if you want to set up your text, again, you have these options. As in HTML, we have 2 types of heading. Basically, there we have up to H7, but here we have just 2 types of headings, H1 and H2. And then we have these bullets options. Then we have a numbering option. We have bold, because H1 is already bold. That's why bold and italics is dim, because it is following the H1 template. Then you have center align, left align. So this is what you can do with text on the web page. Now you have plus sign. After text, if I want a photo, so I can either upload a photo from my system using upload, or I can go to find free photos. So suppose I'm writing here technology and pressing enter. So let's say this first picture is okay. So I select this picture, that particular picture will come over here. So this is, we are building a page. Now suppose if instead of just single picture, you wanted multiple pictures, you could have had photo grid. So you can select the pictures that should go to your grid. Suppose I want this one picture, then this one picture. So I have selected 2, 3, 4, and then I can say save. So I can make a photo grid here. Then I can further go down. I can give a caption to this photo grid. So we can say that, let's say tech savvy minds at work. Then using this plus option, I have again, if I want to bring a photo, text, let's see button. So if I insert a button, let's say button text B, click here to check our YouTube channel, right? So I'm writing it here. And I want when people click on this, they should be directed to my YouTube channel. Then I can give the URL. For the time being, just to showcase you, I'm putting the URL of Google. So I'm writing google.com. You can give a specific URL and click on save. So this button is built up as a with hyperlink. I can click on it and it will take me to, when I preview it, not in a design mode, when I preview it. So this is preview mode and this is present mode. So suppose I want to preview it, I can check whether my link is working or not. Since I'm using branding option, so my logo, brand logo is coming before it is loading. I did not use it in my presentation, but it will come in the beginning. So my web page will pop up like this. Now, if I click on this particular page, so it is taking me to Google. It means my link is working properly. Now coming back to designing part. So I'm coming out of the preview mode. I'm again back to designing mode. Now we have this glide show. So photo grid and glide show are a little different in the sense, in a glide show, as you can see, it will add a few background photos. So I can add certain photos and it will be gliding effect. So you will be able to, so I have added few pictures. So gliding means the space used is same. It will just flip over in that space only. The pictures will glide and the glide picture show will be in the same space. So it is not going to take more space on my web page. In that limited width, those pictures will glide. Now next is split layout. So if you want to do some comparative study on your web page, so you can add image here, text here, you can swap, you can add swap, text here and image here. So this is your split view. I can bring an image here and maybe here I want an article on AR, VR or another photo or another video. So let's say I want a video. So if I have a YouTube video link, so I can give it over here or I can search. So maybe let's say, let's do a quick search on YouTube video on VR. I'm searching a video and I will then insert its link over there. So I'm just catching up with the first video that pops up so that I have its proper link. So I will watch it with YouTube and then I'll take its YouTube link and I will pause it here because I don't want to play it, and I'll come back to my web page and I'll put the link of my video here and I say save. So this particular video is actually embedded into my web page. Now this is how you can keep on creating your web page content. Super easy to create a web page with, if you do not know HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So it's any subject teacher can be guided. Now, just to give you an example, many lessons are being created in Spark by the teachers and they are sending the material in this form. So they are uploading their self-recorded videos, the voice instructions, and images, and it can be the link of the lesson can be sent. So its web page can be presented in the form of a link also. So once your web page is ready, you can click on share and you can say publish and share link. Now before publishing, let's say if you have done it, You don't want to publish it on web. You want to invite your colleague to collaborate on this, to give his or her input. You can click on invite. So when you click on invite, it will ask you to add the email ID of the people. So suppose this is, it says member one, this is myself. Now suppose I want to invite my colleague to collaborate on this. I can write here Neha Thomre @sanskarvalley.org. So she will, and if I say invite, so she will get a mail that Sonia has invited you to collaborate on an Adobe web page, and then she can also contribute on this page for designing purpose. So she'll get a mail notification along with the URL of this page. So she will click and she can edit, and I can see the updations in the real time. Both of us can collaborate on the same page. But the only problem is with Spark collaboration is two people cannot work simultaneously on a Spark. If I have invited Salahuddin sir to collaborate on this page, then I have to close this page from my window. It cannot happen that I am also adding something and he is also adding something in the real time. So this is one issue which comes. So if you have kept it opened on your system and have shared it with a colleague, they will complain that it's saying that you cannot open because other person is working. Now you can publish it and share the link the same way you did it with your graphics. So this is the web page, cover page picture is coming. Again, you can choose the category, education category. This is automatically giving photo credits to the people whose photographs or videos we have picked up. So there is no issue of copyright or plagiarism. I don't want this particular project to be featured on Spark website because I have not done a great job. So I can switch it off, and then I can create a link. So I can say that create link, so that my link will be created very soon. And the same way as I was sharing my image link, I can copy this link and it can go anywhere. I would encourage you all that on Facebook there is a group called Adobe Spark Educators Group. Please join that group. I can its name is Adobe Creative Educator. I'm sorry, Adobe Creative Educator Group. Search that on Facebook, send your request. I will approve that, and or I will request the super admin to approve. Whatever you create, do post over there. Like other companies, Google and Microsoft, Adobe too believe in empowering educators. If they see you are doing some good work, there will be many more opportunities for professional development that will come your way. So you can do that. You can even join Adobe edX page for professional learning courses and doing certification courses in Adobe. So I can close this particular page. I can copy this URL and I'm good to paste it anywhere. If I want to share it with anyone in mail or WhatsApp, I can paste the link and I can use it. Like image, you cannot download the page. You have to you can either print it or you can publish and share link. Invite is for collaboration. Now this is something called theme. Sorry, I should have told you this in the beginning. This is about color settings. So there is no ready-made design, but I can set the color theme. So my text will come in red now. No major differences, but this is just for text. Now if I take this particular theme, so my text will come according to this particular theme. Now this is following this theme. So as far as designing is concerned, I have very limited option in the designing. I have an option to select theme and I have option to do a few settings with my text that comes up. Now this is about a web page. As we know that a normal web page also consists of our either text, images, hyperlinks, so that everything is possible over here. When you want to present it, it allows you to present a page that you have just created. So it's loading. Now you can present your page. So I created my page like this. I've used this template. That's why it's coming one below the other. And at the bottom, credits are automatically coming. So if you recommend this particular tool to students also, there is no copyright issue because the software itself takes due credits from wherever you have picked up the content. Is this clear? Anyone, any doubts so far for web page creation? So this is our web page, which is coming now. Earlier we have worked on these two images. Now this is my web page, and the title image of the page is coming as the icon of my recent project.
Sonia ma'am, I have one question.
Yes, yes, please.
When this page is available, suppose after some time this Adobe license or maybe something is expired, so how will the person come back again on this page? It won't be possible to,
So that's a very valid question. This is so far the education licenses are free. This is basically Adobe Digital Disha program, and it is absolutely free. So as soon as it is free and you do not have consumed the 2 GB space on your Adobe Cloud, you can keep using it. And once it's expired, I don't think there is an option. This is not an HTML page, so I can't download its coding. So I think there is no way out that you can. Images definitely I can download, videos definitely I can download, but web page I cannot download as HTML page. I only have the option to print it. So that's a very valid question, but I do not have a solution to give you. As soon as your license is active, you can definitely use it. And they're encouraging more and more people to take the licenses for the entire school. Like for us, we have 2100 licenses deployed to all teachers and students. So it is a good tool. You can I'll give you the contact number after the session. You can get in touch with them. You can directly contact, give my reference. I have no problem. They will help you. They will deploy your licenses for your student and staff in 24 hours. They will give you 2 to 3 free trainings also. So that way those people are very helpful, and Adobe Disha program is absolutely free for schools. And they are also coming with something like Adobe Showcase School, like Microsoft Showcase School. So if your school children are doing some work and you are sharing it regularly on their Facebook page or sending them the work on mail, so they do acknowledge and they make you Adobe Showcase School. Now the last portion of the tool is creating videos. So this is the third option, that is Adobe Video. So it says every great story starts somewhere. So what is your idea to make a video? Let's say I'm writing my video is on lockdown creativity. So we want to see what are we doing during lockdown. So now it's a template. There are some templates which are given, but I want to start from scratch. I don't want to take any template. If you want, you are free to do that. As I said, in a template, as we picked it up, one for image. So suppose I picked up a template for invitation. So it will give me first frame as date, time, venue, what is happening, where it's happening. So I want to start from scratch because my topic doesn't go with any of this. Now, as we all know that video is made frame by frame. So here there is a limitation of 25 frames per video in this version of the license. So whatever videos you will make, you will be able to add maximum 25 frames. So when you are making your first video, it is going to give you something like this, a quick tip or something if you want to view, otherwise you can skip. Now this is the first frame of my video. Since I'm using branding option, my last frame is already my school logo, which is coming over here. Now I have this first, what do I want to add on my frame? So let's say I can add a video inside a video. So if in my video, I want to take a pre-recorded video clip, I can get that from here. If I want to take text, so let's first start with text. So let's say day 1. So suppose we did something on day 1. So this is text minus plus. I can do that using this option. And then I have this option plus. On the same frame, I'm on frame 1 only. So I can add video and photo also along with my text. So this is my day 1 text, and I am going to insert a photo here, and I can say upload photo. So let's say I put this particular photo and I say, so this is in the background, and then I have written here day 1. It doesn't make sense, but I'm just showing you how it happens. So now I come to plus sign, and then I write here day 2, So I'm adding text day 2, and I can make it a little bigger. And I have another 2 options. Let's say this time we add a video. So suppose I add this particular video here. So this video is added, and then I have my third option. Now I have to set up this video frame, and I can decide like how much I want to play. So if suppose from this full video I want only this much, so this is a big video, I can set up how much I want, and then I can press enter, and I can save this. Okay, I will then go to so once I'm done with that, somehow my enter key stopped working. So it is saving my video clip, whatever portion I have taken from there. So I did not want the full video. I had a pre-recorded video on my system. From there, I just wanted a small clip. That clip is now going to be inserted here. Now my day 2 will have a video icon to play. So when we'll come to day 2, now you can see that this particular voice option is coming. So when that video is playing, I want to use my voice as to come with that video. I can, hold on this, and it says press and hold here for to record. And I have to give my microphone a permission so I can start to speak. So we are learning how to record a video. We are learning how to record a video with a slide. So that way you can keep speaking and it will keep recording that for you along with this particular slide. Once you are done, leave the mouse pointer. So the voice will be recorded with the second frame. Then I can add third frame, and every frame I can have different things. So that way you can keep adding. And as I said, you can add up to 25 frames over here. Once your video is done, you have this preview option, share or download. It will be downloaded as an MP4. You have one more option to change the theme. This is very nice. If you want a full screen video, select this theme. If you want split screen, or if you want cap, this is actually I'm on a blank screen. This is not related to that. First, let me show you preview, then I'll come back to the template. So this is day 1. We are learning how to record a video with a slide. So that way you can keep speaking and it will keep recording that for you along with this particular slide. Now here, my video which I have taken also had some voice in it. That's why you were hearing 2 voices. There were 2 voices inside. So I think you must have not heard any voice because I'm not sharing my Teams audio. Did you hear any voice? Sir, did you hear any voice in my video? Yes, okay. So from Teams, actually, when you share your screen, you have to tick that option, include system audio, then it shows the volume also. Otherwise, generally it doesn't show. So what I'm saying is that if suppose you have a gallery of pictures which you have made and you want to talk, you want to show you want to have your own voice on those pictures, so you can use this button and you can speak, so your voice will come along with the pictures. Now you can either download this video. Now coming to theme, so you have some ready-made themes for the video. So these are the different themes. Suppose I want this particular theme. Now this particular theme will be applied to my video. Now since I have kept my video's background covered with images, so you will be able to see it on a blank frame. Now if I take this one, now every theme has an animation style also. Now see here, if I write here, let's say day 3, you will notice when I play, now the text style is also changed along with my theme. And now when I play it, the way the text appears, if I preview it, that will also change. We are learning how to record a video with a slide, so that way you can keep speaking and it will keep recording that for you along with this particular slide. Once you are done,
Microsoft.com/download. After typing the URL, press enter and you will be redirected to this particular page. Scroll down and
now did you notice how day 3 popped out? So that was because of the application of theme. Now if I apply another theme, Mega, so here with every slide will pop out, zoom out. So every template has its own beauty. You can apply different templates. You have an option for music, so you can add any music. You can upload your own music and put it. So I was using a theme, that's why this default music of theme was coming in the background. You can check these music options. You can put any music and you can even add music from your system. If you want to keep music high in the background, increase the volume. If you want to keep it low, you can have a very mild music in the background, and then you can click on select any music. So you can change the music option also. So by default, it shows you the music that comes with a theme, but you can easily change to any other option. Now this is about video. Once my video is ready, I can download it. It says preparing your video to download. But it is not a good idea to keep downloading stuff. You will unnecessarily clog your disk space. So it will show you that it will be downloaded as an MP4 file and then it will start to download. If you need it really on your system, then download. Otherwise, you can share the cloud space link using the share button. Now, if you are using branding option, as I showed you in the beginning, then your brand logo will automatically come on the last frame of the video. So it's just showing now. You can see that lockdowncreativity.mp4, it has started to download. I can open this MP4 file and I can share it with anyone. Another option was to click on share and publish. And same way, you can invite your colleague to collaborate on this video by using the invite link. And if I publish, I get a publish link and I can share that link with anyone whom I want to show the video. So my all those TechFest video and all, I'm not a professional. I create using Adobe Spark only. Because it's easy to pull in pictures, voice, text. However, a video created here once and then you open it in Adobe Premiere as a project and ask your students to do little modification, that can be done. So as a layman, I don't know how to use Adobe Premiere. That's very professional for me to use. So I do my basic work here and then I share it with my students, those who are professionals, either in Filmora or Adobe Premiere. They modify this file after adding few effects using After Effects or Adobe Premiere. But I can do my basic work here and then I can copy and then share the link with others. So I'll just show you a video. As I said, I'm not a professional, but you can make some, if it is there, let me check. I think I removed that video here. So I had asked students to do a particular project where they were to mention their achievements in a particular year for, let's say, for an award. So if you think you should be considered for a particular award, let's say IT award in the school. So make a video where you have to show your achievements. You can put your voice there. You can put the copy of your certificates. So if you want to apply for an award or IT prefect. So few children have submitted it to me, but I think I have removed it from there. Otherwise, I would have shown you. So a lot many more projects can be done with the students using Adobe Spark. Any comments or any queries so far? we have come to the end of the session. I am almost done from my side. These were the three things which we can do with Adobe tool. If anyone has any query, please unmute yourself and go ahead.
Ma'am, can I?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, please.
I just wanted to know some more about Adobe Disha program that you were discussing before.
So
Because,
you all are on
what are the
computer
content?
expert group and you all are on Sanskar Tech Fest. So I am posting the email ID and contact number of the person who is assigning licenses for our zone. So you can contact Meenakshi Oberoi or Shivani. They are the program heads of this region, and they will help you procure licenses for your school and for your teachers.
Is it free for school?
Yes, it's absolutely free for schools. You have to just drop them a mail. And in the
Okay.
mail, you can give my reference that during the session, I have suggested that you can procure free licenses.
Sure. Ma'am. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Anyone, any query? Else I'll close the recording and we can then wind up the session. Prakash sir, any query from your